Hi everyone, my name is Madhura and this is Rajiv. So today we are going to answer a few questions regarding on-campus jobs and some questions regarding UTA and full-time opportunities as well. So today we have here Rajiv with me. So Rajiv, can you introduce a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am Rajiv and I'm a UTA alum and I graduated UTA in the year 2020. I'm currently working right now.
Okay, that's cool. So you did many on-campus jobs when you were studying here, right? So can you tell me what kind of jobs that you did, what kind of on-campus job opportunities are available and how we can apply for that jobs?
Sure. Let me take you through my experience of finding an on-campus job.
Okay.
So firstly, it started out in my second semester, that is the spring semester. So I started searching jobs in pretty much all the departments. So I kept trying for a dining job as well. So that turned out to be my first job. So in my opinion, the best way to get a job here is through referrals.
Okay.
So I would definitely suggest any incoming junior to go visit the department that you're trying to find a job, interact with the people already working there, and then ask them for a referral and how their experience is. So I think that would be a really good procedure to find a job.
Okay.
So I worked in dining for about 3 months or so. After that, I found another job in the web development department at OIT here at UTA.
Okay.
So that was probably my best job here at UTA. So yeah, I pretty much worked there for about 8 to 10 months.
Okay.
So from there, yeah, I learned a lot as well. So I learned how to do website management, creation.
Okay.
So that definitely was an enjoyable experience for me.
Okay, so like your second job, can you tell me how you applied for this job? Like, is there any particular portal where you need to apply?
So usually you get all your jobs in the Handshake portal.
Okay.
But as I said earlier, I found my second job in through a referral.
Okay.
One of my friends was working there, so I contacted him, and then there was an open position, so he referred me, and then they started the interview process, and yeah, therefore I got the job.
Okay, so what was the interview process like for this like web developer on campus
Sure.
job?
So firstly, they started out with an introduction series, all the technologies that I knew and was using.
Okay.
And therefore, since it was an on-campus job, it is not actually, they don't grill you too much about your technical aspects.
Okay.
So they mainly asked about the technologies I was working and the technologies that they expect me to know.
Okay.
So mainly the technologies I work here is HTML. So
Okay.
yeah, pretty much basic questions on that they asked me.
Okay, so like it's not very difficult to get on
Correct,
campus jobs.
absolutely.
So like what was the pay like for your first job and for the second job? And are there any perks or anything that we should keep in mind? Like for example, for few jobs you need to apply before, like in the beginning of the semester. So is there any?
Yep. So for the dining job, I would definitely recommend applying at the earliest, let's say the starting of the semester. So the pay for my dining job was about $7.50 per hour. So yeah, you get that much. And an additional perk of that is you get to eat at the local eateries that are present in campus. So that is definitely an additional plus.
Is that for free, or how does that work?
Yep, that is definitely for free. So as an additional perk that you're, since working in the dining, you get free food as well.
Oh, that's
so that's a really good perk I found working there.
Yeah, okay.
So, and for my second job, the pay was approximately $12 per hour. So there was a huge bump in the pay when compared to the dining job.
Okay.
So yeah.
So your first job, it's based on the number of hours that you work, right? So your second job, was it also based on hourly basis, or you have a fixed amount per month?
No, both my jobs actually were hourly based pays,
Okay.
And it is in the law that you get to work 20 hours a week as well.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. So you were getting $12 per hour for your second job, and that's pretty good amount,
Yep.
right? And do you get in-state tuition fees for this
No,
particular job?
for this particular job, I did not. But there are so many other jobs that if you exceed a certain amount, that you will be granted in-state.
Okay.
But for this job, I was not granted in-state tuition as well.
Okay, awesome. So you have already graduated and you have had all the college experience in UTA, right? So can you tell me your opinion about UTA? Like, how is it for the students who are coming here to do their masters? Do you recommend?
Sure.
Them?
Yeah, UTA definitely taught me a lot.
Okay.
It taught me how to study, how to go about projects, how to actually apply the knowledge that you gain in class via projects.
Okay.
So I think UTA helped me a lot in my character building as well.
Okay.
So I would definitely recommend UTA for the incoming incoming freshers.
Okay. So you have a positive response.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, for the UTA. And also, can you tell me something about the full-time opportunities after you graduate from UTA? How is it? How is the job market? and
Sure.
everything?
So I graduated in 2020, and that was the year of the corona.
Yeah.
So finding job definitely was not an easy experience for me.
Okay.
My general advice would be to apply on LinkedIn, Glassdoor, Indeed. So
Okay.
go through all the job listings, apply there.
AngelList,
apply,
AngelList.
apply as much as you can. So yeah. I would recommend applying as much as you can.
Yeah.
So that would be a good strategy.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So there is a possibility. I mean, most of them do get jobs after graduating, right?
Absolutely. So, although it was the year of the corona, almost all my classmates and batchmates have been placed. So, there is definitely a good possibility.
Okay.
Also, I saw that in the upcoming 2021 semesters with my juniors, the market picked up really good. So, they found it even easier to find a job.
Okay. So yeah, thank you so much, Rajiv. You gave very helpful information for the students who are going to come here. Hi, Nishchit. I have a couple of questions regarding UTA. I think you'll be the right person to answer many of the questions that students might have. So, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, sure. I'm Nishchit Javagal. Hey guys. I completed my masters at UT Arlington a few months ago. That's in May 2021. And I did my masters in computer science. And I was a resident assistant at UTA since January of 2021
Nice.
until I graduated. That was May of 2021.
Okay, so you told that you were a resident assistant, right? So many of the students do not know if it's an on-campus job, or if it's an on-campus job, how to get it, or what are the procedures to apply for this particular job. So can you tell me what exactly you need to do for this particular job and where you need to apply for it?
Sure. So I'll just tell you what a resident assistant is
yeah.
firstly, which can help out if you actually want to do the job or not.
Mm.
So most on-campus locations, as in most universities, have an on-campus housing option.
Yeah.
So that housing option will have resident assistants or residence directors to make sure that that particular housing runs well and
Okay.
to maintain its day-to-day operations.
Okay.
So to help out that residence director, who is a full-time employee,
Yeah.
resident assistants will be they'll be employed,
Okay.
and these guys will be students.
Okay.
So that is a job that you can apply for at most places.
Yeah. So, is there any minimum or maximum time duration that, like, this will be a part-time job, right?
Yes.
So, what is the minimum job period,
Okay, so
like weekly time period that
Yes.
you will have to do?
so that will be you can work a maximum of 20 hours a week,
Okay.
like every other job, every
Okay.
other part-time job.
Okay.
One other requirement to apply for the job is that you have to have lived on campus for a minimum of 6 months.
Okay.
So that essentially you just can't come into a new place and say, I know the place like the back of my hand.
Okay. So, like, in your first semester, you basically won't be able to
Yes.
apply for this position,
Yes.
right? And after 6 months, if you have stayed on campus, that means your name should be on lease
Yes.
to apply for it.
Yes. You have to be on lease for at least 6 months on campus. Any of the locations are fine.
Okay.
This is with respect to UTA.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the other locations, but I'm pretty sure it will be a similar criteria for that as well.
Okay. Can you tell me how to apply for it and what is the process like for resident assistant?
Sure thing. So just like you apply for Compass, using Compass for the dining jobs and all of that,
Yeah.
we have something called eRes Life.
Okay.
I leave a link to it in the description box below.
Okay. Thank
You can just click on that and go through and apply to the position.
Okay.
So they have a specific set of dates in which the position is open.
Okay.
And if you live on campus, you'll definitely see signboards say apply to be an RA, apply to be an RA.
Okay.
So there will be dates mentioned over there.
Okay.
And we hire almost 3 times or twice in every year.
Okay.
So one is for the summer semester and once during the end of the fall semester.
Okay.
So that's how the hiring process goes. And talking a little bit more about how the interview is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So initially you will be, the screening process will happen and you'll be called for a 1-day interview
Okay.
somewhere in campus.
Yeah.
So this will usually be either 2 or 3 rounds of interviews.
Okay.
The first round will be a screenings where somebody will speak to you
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that you are a good fit to be an RA.
Yeah.
And the next round will be a group discussion.
Okay.
So where you'll be given a topic
Mm-hmm.
and you're either asked to argue against it or for
Okay.
it. So
Okay.
they just want to
So
make
it's,
sure.
it's more about your speaking skills,
Yes.
right? So that is your
Yes, your speaking skills and how good
Okay.
you are when
Okay.
handling situations. Because as an RA,
Yeah.
I have had to handle quite a few
Yeah.
situations where you
Mhm.
interact with the police.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a legal thing as well.
Uh-huh.
So you have to be aware of the law and make sure that you know it well enough to enforce it.
Okay. But when compared to full-time jobs, these are not difficult to get it, right?
Oh,
I mean,
definitely not.
the interview process, you don't have to put a lot of...
Yeah, this is not a lead coach type
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
You're not supposed to do lead code for this.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
easy to... It's not very difficult to get.
Yeah, it's not very difficult.
Okay.
I mean, it's still an on-campus job.
Hmm.
You can approach maybe a current RA and speak to them. Say, hey, I just want to be an RA for the next semester, and they can refer you to the process.
Okay.
So that's how you can get your foot in through the door. Or maybe you can even speak to the residence director.
Okay.
I see people who've done that as well.
Okay. I also have one more question. So, what is the pay like? So, is it there is a minimum wage pay, but I'm not very sure how much they pay for resident assistants, and also there are some other perks as
Yes.
well, right? So, can you talk about that?
So one of the biggest perks that comes with being an RA is you get an entire house.
Yeah.
So the rent for a 2-bedroom apartment over here is 1,300.
Mm-hmm.
The rent for a 1-bedroom is 1,200 or 1,000.
Yeah.
But for an RA, you get the entire apartment for like 500 a month.
Yeah.
500 change.
Yeah.
So 500 a month. So that's one of the biggest perks.
Yeah.
And the other perk is that you don't have hourly work.
Okay.
So you're not paid by the hour.
Okay.
So you get around 700 per month.
Okay.
I think after
That's
deduction you get 650 or something.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so
So
that's
like
a
even
fixed
if
wage.
you do not have other
Mhm.
like other jobs, you do not have any fixed
Yes.
working hours.
Exactly.
So basically, for every month, you will be getting $650 to $700
Yes.
dollars, right?
Yes, so you can work literally anytime you want. Basically, you have to have events on the campus
Mhm.
or stuff like that. So you can just plan that around whatever other work you have.
Okay.
So that's a pretty good way of working, if you ask me.
Yeah. So that's like one of the good on-campus
Yes.
jobs. that
It's a
you
very
can-
flexible job.
Yeah. Okay. So I also wanted to know your perspective about UTA. Like many students would want to know, different opinions from different people. Like I have my own opinion about UTA, and your opinion might be different. Whether it's good for like is it worth doing masters here, and how the full-time opportunities are. Like, do you think that people will get jobs after doing masters? So, or any other opinion that you have about UTA? So, can you talk about that?
Sure. So my opinion about UTA is very positive.
Okay.
So, of course, every place has a few negatives, and what we had was COVID. That I mean, the entire world had it, so it's
Yeah.
not specific to UTA.
Okay.
And about jobs, I think that's the biggest question that people who are coming in have.
Yeah.
So, what I would say is, at the moment, the job market is shifting over slightly from being everything in person.
Okay.
And if you're in California, you're only gonna get jobs in California. That's shifting over slightly,
Okay.
so that I can get a job in California while being in Dallas.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to just spend thousands of dollars to get into a California college.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if it's a shitty college,
Yeah.
just get in there just because it's California. You don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah. That's
So that's my opinion, where you can get jobs
Yeah.
anywhere in the US.
Mhm.
So, and UTA has a pretty consistent academic program as well,
Okay.
and most professors are pretty good.
Yeah. So did you enjoy your coursework in
Oh
computer
yeah,
science? Yeah.
I absolutely did.
Okay.
I recommend taking distributed systems under
Yeah.
Chancery, one
Yeah.
of the best courses I've ever taken, and advanced databases under David Levine.
Okay. Yeah. Even,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
I mean,
even I enjoyed
very
those
hectic courses, but beautiful.
Yeah, and also, can you? So everybody has a different approach towards getting a full-time job. So is there any advice that you can give for students, which actually helped you in getting a full-time job?
Yes, so there are a lot of LinkedIn career coaches who
Mm.
give you advice, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it's different for every person.
Yes.
You have your own journey.
Mm.
So she might have gotten a job doing lead code. I might
Yeah.
have gotten a job without even touching lead code.
Yeah.
So it's a different process for everyone,
Mhm.
and you choose what's comfortable for you.
Yes.
So you don't let the internet guide you to just doing
Mhm.
lead code all the time or grinding lead code. If you're
Yeah.
comfortable doing something else, go for it.
Okay.
And I would say volume of applications is something that helped me a lot personally.
Mm-hmm.
Just sending out application after application,
Yeah.
just grinding out, increasing the volume, of course, increases your chances, and that's how I
Okay.
landed my role as well.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. That all the information that you have given is really helpful. I think everybody would enjoy getting to know all of these information. We have Dikshit here. I actually want to ask a few questions regarding on-campus jobs and internship opportunities and some other questions that students might have regarding UTA. So we shall begin with a little bit of introduction. So can you tell me about yourself?
Hey guys, my name is Dikshit. I recently graduated in the summer 2021.
Okay.
And a little bit about myself is, so the past 2 years I worked I worked as a GTA at UTA itself for a
Okay.
semester, and then further on I started looking for an internship.
Mhm.
I got an internship in my final semester. Over there I worked as a full-time OPT, that is you work for 40 hours
Okay.
while doing your subjects.
Okay.
Right, and right now after graduation is what I'm looking for my full-time job.
Okay. Super. So so you applied for initially you got a TA job, right?
Mhm.
So can you tell me how did you apply for it and what is the best way to apply?
Right. In my opinion, I would share my experience. There's not going to be a universal
Yeah.
formula which you can work
Yeah.
with. But during my class, we always used to interact with the professors and make sure that the assignments are submitted on time.
Yeah.
And basically, you perform well during your class. In addition to performing well, you interact. You get a chance. You voluntarily go and interact to the professor as
Okay.
and when you get chances.
Okay.
Make sure that they know who you are and that they actually perform. They actually notice you, because in
Yeah.
a class, most of them would perform well.
Yeah.
In order to stand out, you actually need to go and interact,
Okay.
come out from your awkward zone and go and communicate with them. So while you are doing your coursework, you
Yeah.
approach to the professors asking for a position if they do have an opening.
Okay.
When they do have an opening, if your performance is good, they actually
Okay.
take you as a consideration and they opt you. That's what happened for me as well.
Okay. And I have another question. So, like me, you also had prerequisites, right?
Mhm.
So, most of us who have prerequisites, we think that we are not eligible for internship, and
Mhm.
we never applied for it, and we did not, like at least me, I did not put that much effort in getting an internship because I was not eligible to do internship in summer.
Right.
But you managed to get an internship. Can you tell me how you applied for internships and how should you prepare yourself
Right,
for
right.
it? Yeah.
So one thing I would like to say is, if you have an prerequisite, by default you are not going to be eligible for the summer internship,
Yeah.
assuming that you have come to the fall.
Yeah.
So don't get disappointed by that, because US has a lot of opportunities. You have no idea how many startups are over here and how many chances you can get. So what I would suggest is during the summer when you are free, work
Yeah.
on your skill sets. Meaning to say, focus on your get to know what you want to venture into.
Okay.
Assuming that you want to get into a full stack or something, select a domain, work on some skill set, building on it, and build out certain portfolio projects which you can
Yeah.
show out to your employees.
Yeah.
While you are building that, don't stop applying for your internship. So few of the best portals which I can suggest is AngelList.
Okay.
You have plenty of startups over there where you can apply and recruiters will reach out to you.
Okay.
And LinkedIn, obviously, there's no
Yeah.
hidden answer over there.
Yeah.
When you're applying constantly and you're preparing yourself, opportunities would come. Converting that is all up to you.
Yeah.
So you will definitely get opportunities and you will definitely get a chance to interview. So make sure you have some content to share with the interviewer when you get that opportunity.
Okay. So it's better to do good projects in which you are interested in, so that you can build your
Right.
resume.
Right. So
Okay.
I would say that it's good if you want to learn a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
venture into different domains. But
Yeah.
if you are looking for a professional target, I would specify, select a domain, build expertise on that domain. Because when
Okay.
you get good in a specific domain,
Yeah.
you have some considerable content to share with your employers. So
Okay.
that's when they'll be interested in it.
Hmm.
But if you work on just some mini projects on
Yeah.
different verticals, you have nothing to share over
Yeah,
there.
true.
So the employers will never be interested in you.
So basically, you can do internship in the third semester, as in like the fall or spring semester, and there
Right,
are
right.
opportunities.
Right,
for that,
definitely.
right?
So
Okay.
for me, I got it in my fourth semester, right?
Okay.
Right, and I applied in the month of December,
Yeah.
and I started applying constantly, and I interviewed, and then I got an internship.
Yeah.
You never fix yourself that if you don't get at this point of time, you will not get it in further. Keep
Yeah.
applying. You never know when the recruiter will reach out.
Okay.
And every semester is a good chance for you to score an internship and then proceed further.
Okay.
So just don't give up. Just keep proceeding with whatever you get at that point of time.
Okay, so obviously, like when students are coming, they only think about on-campus jobs, but actually getting an internship is much more better than getting on-campus
Right.
jobs,
So
in my opinion.
Correct.
Yeah.
Very, very true. Because you can think of immediate cash on a long-term cash. For an internship is something where you get a huge chunk of money,
Yeah.
but for which you need to build on, get some considerable skills, and
Yeah.
go and apply and get a job.
Okay.
I would say on campus is good for you to sustain, but relying too much on that might backfire you in the long run.
Yeah, true.
Because you don't just have to see the money wise. When you get an internship or an OPT, you have a chance to convert that into a full time.
Yeah.
If not, also the expertise which you build while working with real professionals,
Yeah.
that will add value to your resume.
Yeah.
So I would say that when you come in here, you can start off with any small jobs over here on campus. That's not at all wrong. But when you're doing, don't limit yourself to that specific job. Just keep proceeding further in order to aim higher.
Okay.
Aim high.
Okay, yeah, that's really good information. So you are currently looking for full-time job, right? So how is the job market, and like is there any advice that you would give for the students who would be coming?
Guys, one thing I would like to say is US market is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
You need to really prove yourself in order to get a good job over here.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest is there are two ways which you can target in order to get a job.
Okay.
One is domain specific, where
Yeah.
you build certain skill sets and you're targeting that specific domain. Doesn't
Okay.
matter which big companies or small companies.
Okay.
So such kind of interviews, what would happen is the skill set which you develop, they ask you questions on that. The interview process itself is going to be based on those skill sets.
Okay.
And there are another type of interviews which will be there. Those are the benchmarking interviews for all sort of top companies.
Okay.
Over there, they just test your data structures. They don't care about anything else is you have some decent programming skills is fine.
Yeah.
But the data structures is the only thing which they will test in.
Okay.
So you can choose which you are aiming for. I would suggest is practice your data structures, keep in touch with it.
Yeah.
But then opportunities for a bigger companies are limited because there are only few handpicked ones. But if you are building in say Node.js, React.js expertise, there are plenty of companies out there where you can just go and give out your interviews and get a job over there.
Yeah.
But for anything, you need to put considerable enough effort beyond your academics in order to even get a job.
Okay.
It's not to scare you, just to prepare you.
That's actually a good information to know before coming to UTA.
Right.
So yeah, I think you have shared a lot of information that would be actually very helpful for the students who would be coming. I really appreciate your time and speaking with me today. So thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Hi, Nishchit. How are you?
Nice.
Sorry. Hi, Rajiv. Welcome to my channel. So, can you introduce yourself?
No, you.
Sorry, ready now? Okay. Hi, everyone. So today we have Dikshit here. Okay, this is Dikshit.
Bye
So,
everyone.
ನಿನ್ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
ಏ ಬೇಡ ಬೇಡ ಕಂಪ್ನಿನೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಒಪ್ಪಲ್ಲ
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇದು
ಕಂಪ್ನಿನೂ
ಕಂಪ್ನಿದು
ಒಪ್ಪಲ್ಲ
ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಇವನೇನೇನೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೋ ನೀನು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಬೇಡ
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಧುರ ಅಂತಾರೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಕಣ
ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು
speaking with me today. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. When is my payment?